This is all about a case styled the state of Texas versus Scott Panetti. Scott Panetti is on death row with an execution date of December the 3rd of this year. That date being set without notification to defense counsel, which is ancillary to the major issue we are to discuss about Scott Panetti with this presentation. Scott Panetti was charged with the deaths of his wife's parents. He was scheduled to be tried for capital murder, and he insisted on self-representation. The enduring image of this case is that of a severely mentally ill, paranoid schizophrenic in front of a jury for his life, dressed in a Texas Western costume outfit with a purple bandana and presenting the defense of insanity, which was rejected by a jury. The jury gave this man capital murder, convicted him of capital murder, and gave him the death penalty. This case is a mockery of criminal justice in the state of Texas. His defense was an abomination of the insanity standards, an abomination of the decency standard in which this state needs to pride itself when an individual such as Scott Panetti sits on death row awaiting the needle of the executioner in the name of the people of Texas. No one understood the complexities of the delusional system within which he lived. He believed that the parents were individuals that were the compliance and accomplices of Satan. He believed that the state of Texas, and still does believe that the state of Texas is Satan personified, believed that the judge was satanic, and believed that the lawyer that the judge wanted to have Panetti lean on for legal advice during his self-representation was a arm of the judge who Panetti believed was absolutely satanic. He believes to this day, 2 weeks before he is scheduled to die, he believes to this day that he is being executed because, not for what he did, but because he is preaching the gospel to individuals on death row who themselves have Satan within them. And he believes that the state of Texas, who the entity being satanic in nature, is attempting to execute him, not for what he did, but because he's preaching the gospel of Christ. During the trial, Scott Panetti subpoenaed hundreds of people, living and dead. He subpoenaed Jesus Christ, he subpoenaed the Pope, and he subpoenaed John F. Kennedy, all in hopes that they would be able to come and testify and save him from execution. In Texas, one must be determined to be competent to be executed. All that means is simply this: a person must understand the consequences of his action, and in effect, he is being executed because of the deaths of his family or his wife's family. He believes, and there is no evidence to the contrary, he believes that he is being executed because he is preaching the gospel, and that the state of Texas wants to take the Bible from his hands and the Christian words from his mouth. That's like a kid that steals a baseball glove at 8 years of age from his next door neighbor's son, and mom finds out about it. Mom gives him a whipping, and the kid believes that he is being chastised because his mother doesn't want him to play baseball. Contrary, he's being chastised because he stole the glove. Scott Panetti's history is rampant with examples of mental illness. No less than a dozen times in a few years before the deaths of his in-laws was he hospitalized in a mental health facility, diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, indications that he was homicidal, suicidal, shaves his head, buries the furniture of his house in his front yard because his house basically is possessed, and the furniture is evidence of such possession, burying spirits. This is a tragedy that has reached the ears and hearts of people like Ron Paul, the ex-United States representative, who has written a letter to the governor of the state of Texas, Rick Perry, as well as the Board of Pardons and Paroles, asking for clemency and mercy on behalf of Scott Panetti. Other letters have been sent by numerous individuals, very Christian-oriented entities, as well as individuals very prominent in conservative Christian values around this nation. We would simply ask that this message get put forth, and that a man who is so mentally ill not be sacrificed in the death chamber on December the 3rd in the name of the state of Texas and the people thereof. Thank you.